This is Hall County Sports, brought to you by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. Remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair, 770-535-7278. And by McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McKelvey Road in Oakwood. With 3 worship services, Kids Town, and adult small groups, McKelvey Road United Methodist Church, dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports Television. I am your host, Garry Glenn. We start things off the first segment with football, and our game of the week was a dandy. Lakeview came up big on defense when they had to and got by GMC 14-7. Our player of the game was senior Mataskunas, who scored the first line touchdown on a 56-yard scamper and helped the defense stave off a late Bulldog rally. John Cox had 2 interceptions for the Lions, and the defense blocked a deep punt, and quarterback Ted Reynolds busted into the end zone from the 4, then passed to Jackson Strickland for the 2-point conversion for the final score. Trevor Price had a fine game on defense, while Carter Ross's running helped the Lions control field position. Lakeview ends their season at Towns County, and at 3-4 now, will try to break even for the second straight year. Towns is 1-7, having lost to Glasscock County 34-19 last Friday. Earlier this week, I had a chance to drop by Lakeview and talk with Headlines coach Matthew Gruhn. First of all, Matthew, I've got to tell you congratulations on a fine game the other night. I mean, you bent, but you didn't break. The defense was really the story of the game. They came up huge for you.
Oh, they did. I think we forced either 5 or 6 turnovers, and if you can do those things, you give yourself a chance to win. And they got a very explosive offensive team, and to hold them to 7 points is certainly a credit to our defense.
I think we said as much pretty much during the ball game. When they would get down there, something would happen. You had one of your guys Cox came up with 2 interceptions in one game. I think he's got 3 over the last couple of games. So sort of got a feel for the ball, being around where the ball is going to be going.
Yeah, he's a junior and came to us last year, and he's played really well He's playing well on offense too, but I think it's 4 interceptions the last 2 games, and he had a pick 6 last week.
Yeah.
So he's at the right place at the right time and making plays for us.
Now, we gave the player of the game to one of your seniors, Mataskunas. He scored, had your opening score. Then I thought at the end, now he might have gotten a hand on that ball that was where they were driving for perhaps the tie or the go-ahead touchdown, with the extra point or 2-point conversion. So he played big on both sides of the ball, but he wasn't the only one.
He wasn't, but he's one of our 2 seniors that we have, and he's the last 4 weeks he's played really well for us. But we've had a lot of people step up the last 3 weeks, and it's kind of fun to watch this team grow and get better and better each and every week.
Well, as I said, you had more than one person who could have been our player of the game. One of the things that you got to be pleased with was the way that you controlled the ball on the ground for a lot of the time. I mean, you didn't rack up a lot of yardage, but you racked up a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, we did, and we knew we played the field position game pretty well. We ran off some time, and we punted them deep and made them drive and all those things. So we did a lot of things well. Of course, we can always do things better, but I was pleased with our overall effort.
What's pleased you the most about this team this year?
Just our improvement. We came out and lost our first two tough losses, and then we went against Prince, who's going to be a region champ and they just waxed us pretty good, and so we were 0-3 and pretty down and discouraged, and we just since then our team just has worked hard and hung in there and have gotten better and better, and that's been very enjoyable to see them. We could have laid down and quit, but we didn't, and finally getting some rewards here.
Other than Askunas, who've been the leaders on the team this year?
Ted Reynolds has stepped up at quarterback, and we made that switch, and he's played really, really well. Our other, our senior Ralph Brooks, first time playing, he's been a great leader. He's played on offensive line, defensive line, and he's one of those guys who just loves the game. He's been a great, tremendous asset to us. And, of course, Trevor Price, who's banged up right now, just played defense for us on Friday. But throughout the year, he's been a great leader.
He got a lot of support for player of the game, too, because he was all over the field making tackles. All right. Second year in a row, Matt, you got a chance to go up there and finish at least 500 against a team that's only won once.
Right.
But you got to go on the road and play Towns County. Yeah. So you're not really in a position to take anything for granted, are you?
Oh, no. And they view us as a huge rival, and it'll be their senior night, and they play us tough every year. They really do. We always have great games with them, and we love playing them. It'll be a fun game for us, and hopefully we can finish out on top. It'd be nice to finish that way for 2 years in a row.
All right. Matthew Gruhn, thank you very much, and good luck to the Lions, okay?
All right, appreciate it very much.
And good luck to Matthew and the Lions as they go on the road. Now, the Flowery Branch juggernaut rolls on unbeaten, crushing Loganville 49-21. Quarterback Candler Coker had a part of all 7 TDs for the Birds, running for 4 scores and passing for 3 more. He personally had a part in 325 yards of the 493 yards of offense. C.J. Curry caught all 3 touchdown passes and had 128 yards receiving. Running back Jeremy Haley had 135 yards on the ground. And you will finally get to see that Branch bunch in our next game of the week as the Falcons host Salem Friday night. Salem is 5-4 and will come in off a 42-7 shellacking of Winder-Barrow, so they come in with some momentum. The Salem Seminoles and the Flower Branch Falcons, our next game of the week. Okay, in other football, Gainesville crushed Walnut Grove 48-0 and clinched their side of the sub-region. Quarterback Deshaun Watson started the scoring parade with a 1-yard keeper. He threw to Trey Harrison for another. Harrison also had a 50-yard touchdown run as the Elephants got other scoring from a blocked punt returned for 6 points by defensive lineman Jeremiah Ledbetter. Stephen Mason had 79 yards and a touchdown receiving, while Brinquez Duke scored from the 4, and backup quarterback Mikey Gonzalez threw to Caleb Heyman for 28 yards and 6 more points. Gainesville visits West Hall on Friday before the region title game on November the 4th at City Park. Now, the Spartans held Monroe area scoreless in the first half, only to give up 34 in the second and lose 34-0. Okay, turning to Chestatee, they were also shut out. That one was 35-0 by White County. The War Eagles will go at Lumpkin County on Friday. Lumpkin fell to Stevens County 40-7. Dawson County almost shut out East Hall. Final was 35-7. East Hall was playing without key personnel due to injury. In fact, running back Austin Mahaffey, done for the year, they tell us, with a knee injury. Jamon Witt did score the lone Viking touchdown in this one and had 190 yards in a losing cause. The Vikings will host Banks County on Friday. The Leopards having a great year. They're 7-1, and they clinched the sub-region after their 42-21 doubling up on Fannin County. And did you see that Franklin County North Hall final score? Well, normally when you score 37 points, you expect to win. Well, that is, unless you give up 54. Mistakes hurt the Trojans, who lost despite 230 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns from Imani Cross and 97 yards passing from Bradley Brown. Well, the Trojans will host Stevens County next, and that one won't be easy. It's a big game, but it won't be easy. After losing their opener by 1 point to a still unbeaten Elbert County team, the Stevens County Indians have reeled off 7 straight wins, including that 47 beatdown of Lumpkin. A depleted Johnson team fell to Oconee County 35-8. The Knights will host Monroe on Friday. And after Friday off, Riverside will travel to Athens Academy this Friday. The Spartans are 5-3 after a 13-7 loss to rival Athens Christian. The volleyball playoffs when we return.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting, and a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905, Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
Proper maintenance is vital to the life of your car. Let the experts at Mountain View Auto Repair take care of all your vehicle needs. Owner Danny Hammock has over 50 years of experience in the automotive business and has earned a reputation of being honest and fair with his customers.
We try to treat everybody like I want to be treated. You know, that works out pretty good, and try to keep the price as low as possible to keep people coming in and give them a good price for their money. We do whatever turns up on a car, any kind of work, any kind of car, just it don't really matter. We do it all. People say, when you gonna quit and retire? I say, probably never. You know, as long as the Lord let me work, I'll probably be here working.
I've been trading with Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair for about 20 years. I've always been very happy with his work. It's very easy for me to talk with him. He doesn't talk down to me. He explains it in a manner that I can understand.
Most of my customers are like friends here. You know, I've known them so long, and I count them as, most all of them as friends to me.
Remember, when you want honest, reliable service, put Mountain View Auto Repair under your hood.
If you're tired of paying high prices, go on down and visit the good folks at Dave's Goodie Barn. The buyers for the store travel the globe, searching for the greatest deals so the savings can be passed along to you. they purchase from insurance companies due to fires, floods, and other natural disasters. Most of this merchandise is in near perfect condition. So if you're tired of paying high prices, hurry on down to Dave's Goodie Barn or visit their website at davesgoodiebarn.com. What's there today may be gone tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Rob Bruce. I'm the new pastor here at McEver Road United Methodist Church. And one of the things I've noticed here in Hall County is the number of churches that are here, and that is a great blessing. But it can also be a problem if you're trying to find a new church or you're investigating Christianity for the first time. There's so many churches and it seems like there's so little time. Well, we invite you to be our guest at McEver Road United Methodist. We will not give you a high-pressure approach. You can come in, make up your own mind at one of 3 of our worship services. We have 3 diverse worship services, one at 8:30, which is a gospel format service. We have a 10 o'clock service, which is not contemporary, but it's something more edgy and different, and we'd like to invite you to that if that's your style. And then at 11 o'clock, we have a traditional Methodist service. So we'd love for you to come be our guest and come and see.
Your one-stop spot for complete auto repair is the Auto Works shop on Sprout Springs Road. On everything from oil changes to brakes, new and used tires and tune-ups, even the big jobs like transmissions. The specialists at the Auto Works can have you up and running just like that. You talk about value. The Auto Works will not be undersold on used tires or any locally priced repair job. Ask about special discounts for students and teachers with your ID. That's the Auto Works at 6671 Spout Springs Road, just past Flowery Branch High and Spout Springs Elementary Schools. Phone 770-967-1732. We're back. I'm Gary Glenn, and this is Hall County Sports. Volleyball playoffs this segment, and only one of our local teams stayed alive through round 2 of the state playoffs. Gainesville came from 2 behind to win 3 straight sets and eliminate Locust Grove in the round of 16. They were also way down in that 5th frame and rallied from 11-5 behind. Kaylin Walden finished with 33 assists, while Anna Walker had 24 kills for Gainesville. Laura Beth Lawrence finished with 7 blocks, and Lauren Carter had 5 digs. Well, Gainesville's run came to an end in the Elite 8, though, with a 3-game loss, number 2 ranked St. Pius. The Lady Elephants were led by Walden with 11 assists, as well as Walker's 6 kills, Carter's 5 digs, and Grace Miller's 4 blocks. The Lady Elephants qualified for the postseason for the first time ever in program history and set the school record with a 25-13 season. And earlier this week, I had a chance to drop by and talk with the Gainesville head coach, Randi Orr. All right, Randi, first of all, congratulations on making the Elite 8. Quite an accomplishment.
It is a huge accomplishment for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
We did it. We're here. We did it.
There you go. In the final analysis, that's what's going to count. First of all, let's talk a little bit about Locust Grove.
Yes.
Now, that one was tight, and you had to actually wind up coming from behind twice.
From behind twice, yes. We lost games 1 and 2. And we came back and won game 3, 4, and 5.
But in the 5th set, you were,
yes.
The 5th and deciding set, you were down.
We were down. We were 5-10, and we came up to 5. We got a good serving streak. We came up 5-11. They got it back, and then we won it at 15-12.
What were you telling them at this time?
We were just saying, you know, you deserve to be here. You've got to push through it and dig deep and finish strong. And I said, you have to fight for everything. I said, you worked so hard, you know. And I think game 1 and 2, they were struggling a little bit, and they were starting to doubt themselves. And game 3, we finally just got it all together. We got to a full swing.
So you played coach a little bit, and you said, look, quit this. You belong here. You're good enough to beat these people. And then they believed you.
They believed me, and then they finished it. It was an amazing. My heart was racing the entire time. It was amazing. Talk about a comeback story for sure. Game 5, I mean, you rarely see those kind of matches, but we finished, and it was exciting. It was so exciting.
Now you go play the number 2 ranked team in the state, St. Pius.
St. Pius, yes.
And they had some really big girls.
Yes,
huh?
Yes. They had some very tall, very fast girls who are really talented. Very talented.
And when you get into that situation, you say, well, we're just going to do the best we can? Or you think the one match took a lot out of you? You know what I'm saying?
I think the first match we went into, they were very intimidated.
Yeah.
I think it was just such a quick pacing game. They had a hard time keeping up with them.
Yeah.
Game 2 and 3, and we just finally got blocks up. We needed to be quicker at the net. Once we started blocking, it took off the spin. It took the speed off of their kills, and we were able to play with them. We got to double digits with them, and they played hard. They played real hard, and they did really well.
Did you have something left in the tank from the Locust Grove, or did that take a lot out of you?
I think we had a lot intact, and I think we also played going into where we deserved it as much as the other team did, and we were here because we earned our right to be here.
Oh, I know it's got to sting still a little bit, but you think when the girls sit back and reflect on what you did, coming from 4 or 5 wins a season ago to the Elite 8 school record number of wins, you think they're going to say, when they have time to think about it, they'll say, well, this was really something.
Oh, definitely.
And it was great to be a part of it.
Definitely. There were no tears. There were no tears Saturday. We had the most fans than St. Pius did, and no one cried. We played with smiles on our faces, and we left with a smile on our face because we set school history, and they played their hearts out, and they walked away proud of themselves, and I was very proud of them as well.
Well, are you going to give props to your seniors now, the last time that you
yes,
saw them?
We're going to miss our seniors for sure. They were a huge benefit and huge, playmakers of the Gainesville team, but we do have some really strong juniors and a lot of exciting freshmen coming up. So next year is going to be a really great year for Gainesville volleyball as well.
You answered the question I was going to ask you, Coach. What you got coming back? Feeling pretty good then?
Very good. We have a very strong junior class. So.
Randi, thanks for being with us on Hall County Sports, and good luck to the Lady Athletes.
Thank you so much.
As we said, Gainesville won their opening round in the round of 16, the Sweet 16, and were eliminated in the round of 8. Now, the news not so good in the round of 16 for both West Hall and North Hall. Lady Trojans sidelined by the #1 ranked team in AAA Sandy Creek in 3 straight. Christina Gregory had 8 assists and 2 aces for the Lady Trojans, while McKenna Rushton had 5 kills and 4 blocks. Sarah Pascal finished with 8 digs and 4 block shots for North Hall. And the Lady Trojans will finish the season at 25-21. We bring back to the show Coach Emily Hughes. And Emmy, a good run for the Lady Trojans, and you knew going against Sandy Creek, #1 ranked team in the state, and they probably weren't ranked #1 for nothing.
Oh no, they were a legitimate #1 team, and it was one of those situations we were glad to be in the Sweet 16 and glad to have a chance to play the best. So it was a learning experience, to say the least. Right,
and that comes into play later on, of course, not for the seniors this year, but for the people that you got coming back.
Oh yeah, and we want to be in the state tournament every single year, and you want to play the best teams. And I think my younger girls, I have a freshman and a couple of sophomores out on the court, so I think in the next coming seasons it'll bode well for them.
Boy, that is really something too, particularly when you're dealing with younger kids like that. It's just a matter of getting them used to being into that competition, that kind of pressure, not the fact that we're just glad to be here.
Exactly. You want them to expect to be there every single year, but also when you're playing that good of a team, you want them to play well under the pressure, and I think it kind of opened their eyes a little bit to what else is out there outside of our area, because we have a great area, but it's fun to beat those good teams too.
Well, here's your chance to brag on some of your leaders, so go ahead.
Oh yeah, and it's a bittersweet kind of thing because you watch these seniors leave, but I couldn't ask any more out of McKenna Rushton. Obviously, she led us in kills and kind of has all season, has been an offensive leader. And then, of course, Sarah Pascal and Mary Kate Rushton as well. And just the stepping up, I guess you could say, of my freshman, Sydney Cleveland. She was fantastic all the way down the stretch, and we put a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And so it was a fun season, fun to watch, and I'm excited about next year.
Well, here you go, Coach. Scouting report. Tell me what you got coming back.
We should look pretty good. I've got some tall girls coming up from JV that are going to help us. Of course, Christina Gregory being a sophomore setter, she's going to kind of, I think, come into her own a little bit. And like I said, Sydney Cleveland, and I'm looking for Alicia Lee. She's a sophomore as well, to kind of step up. So we'll have a different look, but I think we're going to be pretty good. So we'll see.
You go. I like to hear that. Thanks, Emmy, for coming. Emmy Hughes. Congratulations on a great year, and good luck to the Lady Trojans.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Turning now to the West Hall Lady Spartans, they also dropped out in 3 straight sets to veterans, but they still finished with a school record 35 wins. I believe that's probably the most in the county, but a man who can tell me about that is joining us now. We had him on last week with a couple of his players, Joe Nelson. Joe, I think that is the most wins in Hall County, isn't it, 35?
35 wins, and it's been a while, I think, since anybody's had that many wins, 35 wins. And a lot of them were close matches. Could have gone either way, but the girls normally prevailed, and I'm proud of them. It was 35-8. We set a school record for wins and losses. We also set a school record for win streaks, 10. And I'm really proud of how the team's done. We placed second overall in the region and won 2 region tournaments this year. So, I'm a happy man as far as things went.
Absolutely. Veterans, tell me a little bit about that match now, how it went.
You have those matches where it's them. You have some matches where it's you. And you have some matches where it's both of you. And I think it was more of us that particular day. We went down, and you're going to have some off days. I know a couple of other local teams that went into the Sweet 16 had some bad days. And I just, unfortunately, that was our day, and we came close to winning the 3rd game. I think if we had won the 3rd game, we probably would have went ahead and won the match. But, like I said before, I'm happy with the season. I would have been a little tad happier had we made it to the Elite Eight. That would have been one step further than we made last year.
Yeah, no, I see. Well, but now's the time to brag on your seniors and your leaders that have propelled you to these 35 wins.
Well, I would like to start off with Summer Smeltz. Summer was one of our rocks in the back line. We were a very good volleying team. Once we got the ball going, we could volley with anybody. We've proved that several times. Our Achilles heel this year was probably serve receive, and that's where we would have our issues. But I have to say that Summer did a very good job with that. She was a very good leader on the back line, and I would have to say that all around she was one of my better players. Tanya Bennett, who was 2nd team All-Region this year and 1st team last year. I haven't checked the stats yet, but she may have been she may have helped break one of the hitting records this year. I can't say enough about her. She's a team leader, team captain. Very dedicated to the game. She spent the time and worked to get better. Stephanie Rowland, I would have to say, is probably one of the better right-handed hitters in the region. She another one. I'll have to check the records at the end of the season. She may have also broke the hit record for the year for a season for the team. And we will miss all 3 of these seniors. They were very solid players. They were very dedicated. And, I'm just going to miss them. They're good kids, too, and good students.
Well, let's talk about the coach. You got, I always ask you about the scouting report for next year. What you got coming back?
I think we're going to be strong next year, maybe just as strong. It's possible. We could be a little bit stronger. I have Lanisha Kurse coming back, strong middle hitter. She made 2nd team All-Region this year. I have Laken Herford coming back. She not only broke her record of 531 assists last year, but she set a NUSCO record, shattering it by over 600 assists. I have Kelsey Jones coming back, another middle hitter. She's going to be very strong. She'll be a junior next year. I have Krista Walsh coming back. These are all starters or part starters. My libero, they're all going to be better. Every one of these kids, and I have Taylor Todriff, who backed up Stephanie Rowland this year, and I have Carrie Ruiz, who was one of the better defensive players in the region. They're all coming back, so they're going to be better. And we have some kids coming up. Emily Granger is going to be coming up from the JV team. She was hurt this year, but she would have probably played for most varsity teams, outside our team in this region. So I'm feeling pretty confident about next year, and I'm also feeling confident that I think the classifications are going to change, and they may change in our favor.
All right, Joe. Great season. Thanks for all your cooperation this year.
Thanks.
Good luck to you, and good luck to the ladies' part.
Appreciate it.
Joe Nelson, head volleyball coach at West Hall. We're back to wrap it up when Hall County Sports concludes.
Proper maintenance is vital to the life of your car. Let the experts at Mountain View Auto Repair take care of all your vehicle needs. Owner Danny Hammock has over 50 years of experience in the automotive business and has earned a reputation of being honest and fair with his customers.
We try to treat everybody like I want to be treated. That works out pretty good, and try to keep our price as low as possible to keep people coming in and give them a good price for their money. We do whatever turns up on a car, any kind of work, any kind of car, it don't really matter. We do it all. People say, when you going to quit and retire? I said, probably never. As long as the Lord let me work, I'll probably be here working.
I've been trading with Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair for about 20 years. I've always been very happy with his work. It's very easy for me to talk with him. He doesn't talk down to me. He explains it in a manner that I can understand.
Most of my customers are like friends here. I've known them so long, and I count them as most all of them as friends to me.
Remember, when you want honest, reliable service, put Mountain View Auto Repair under your hood.
This program is also brought to you by Long Street Cafe, now with 2 locations in Gainesville, 1043 Riverside Terrace and 405 Pearl Nicks Parkway. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Monday through Saturday. Long Street's got the reputation for Gainesville's fastest drive-thru and the best fried chicken you'll ever sink your teeth into. Plus veggies, a full salad bar, and great desserts. Check today's menu at www.longstreetcafe.com. Call a friend and meet them for a hearty meal at Long Street Cafe, where they put the home in the cooking.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
If you are looking for a quality used car, then look no further than the car store on McKever Road between Gainesville and Beaufort. You won't find clunkers or junkers at the car store, just vehicles you'll be proud to own. At the car store, they can finance you on the spot, no matter what your credit is. They have a variety of plans. You can even phone your payments in. At the car store, they've been giving outstanding service to the community for over 20 years. At the car store, everybody rides.
Come on down to the car store. We can make you happy. My name's Bob Watson, and I guarantee it.
Hi, I'm Rob Bruce. I'm the pastor here at McEver Road United Methodist Church. And I was thinking this morning about how complicated life is. We have a lot of choices to make in life and not a whole lot of guidelines to do it sometimes. It's like being a parent. You know, I'd hoped when I was a parent that our kids would come into the world with their instructions printed on their bottom, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. And parenting is so much guesswork. I'm amazed that we hear so many people talk on TV, and we can go into the bookstores and see the books and the folks on TVs that have all the answers, but you and I know that they don't have all the answers. And the answers aren't as simple as they tell us sometimes, that all you have to do is smile just right or say this thing or feed your children this and everything will be all right. You know, Jesus gathered with his followers after he was raised from the dead on a mountain in Galilee. And in Matthew 28, it tells us in verse 17 that even then some doubted. And I think that's interesting that the church was formed with some doubt in it. We don't have all the answers. We have some answers, but we don't have all of them. And if you'd like to be part of a community that doesn't have all the answers, but that can help you be at peace with the questions, well, then we invite you to join us at McEver Road. We invite you to come by and visit us at one of our worship services. Won't you come and see?
There are hundreds of options when choosing apparel or promotional items at J. Geyer Advertising and the Trophy Case. We're all about quality and competitive pricing. Sports items are in stock. Look for special pricing on Letterman jackets, corporate apparel, corporate gifts, and custom embroidery. All local high schools should check out the line of spirit wear and trophies. We're also offering custom screen printing available for any team sport. Be on the winning side when you choose J. Geyer Advertising and the Trophy Case, locally owned and operated at 250 Dawsonville Highway, Gainesville. Call 770-718-0062 or on the web at jgeyer.com and trophycaseltd.com.
All right, time now to name our athletes of the week for the boys. Flowery Branch quarterback Chandler Coker, huge offensive night, a part of all 7 touchdowns in the unbeaten Branch's latest win. In fact, he's been a huge part of their offense all season long. And for the girls, well, we're going to go with West Hall cross-country runner Taylor Long for her championship of the Last Chance Invitational. And also, don't forget that free basketball clinic on November the 5th at Lakeview Academy. You can contact our veteran coach Seth Vining here at Lakeview Academy, and you can contact him at the Academy for details on that free basketball clinic. That's our show for this week. Join us next week right here for more Hall County Sports. I'm Garry Glenn. Hall County Sports is brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. And remember, when you go green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair at 770-535-7278. And by McEver Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McEver Road in Oakwood with 3 worship services every Sunday morning, Kids Town and adult small groups. McEver Road United Methodist Church is dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ.